Yeah, okay. Chop shop. This is what we do. This is the crew. You know how we say it and how we play it. Now, you just think we talk about sports and we don't know nothing else. You look at us like we a bunch of old big fogies, couch potatoes, Monday morning quarterbacks, whatever you call us. We trendy. We know what's going on. Don't you know what's going on?
Yeah.
You know what's going on?
Yeah.
We all in the loop. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Hey. No.
I know what really is going on.
Now, here's something.
And the revolution will now be televised. That's what's going on.
No, you got the wrong idea.
You like that?
Oh, fuck, with the T. Tamara Mallory. That's the twin, right?
Sister to sister, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we don't want no lawsuit, but I'm telling you, that's wonderful. She's getting engaged. There were some pretty little girls. That's why it's hard for me to say, damn, she looked good. But yeah, I remember them Nickelodeon and sister.
Yeah. With Jackie.
Well, she's getting married. And that's the one on the football show, right?
No. This is the sister, the other one.
Oh.
Her sister is the one that's on the TV show The Game.
You got to black that out because we get sued for shit like that.
Well, fuck it, you know.
That's a wonderful thing. She's getting married. Pretty
It's
girl.
a wonderful thing.
The little brother. Yeah, it is, man. I mean, fuck it.
Taz is a little smart guy.
Smart, and he was a good little football player too.
Yes, he was. Yeah. Yes, he was. You know.
Yeah. Westlake. That's where he was from.
Yeah.
Westlake.
Okay, well, she's not on the game.
They lost to Westlake. Nah. Her sister's the one on the game. And
shouts out to the game, the cast and crew.
Now the show of the game, the first show, it was on BET. It kind of got a little
before
racy.
BET, it was on
where? CW,
it was on
and they dropped it.
Yeah,
and BET picked it up and it became one of their highest rated shows.
Yeah.
Well, right on to BET. Right on to the BET. I said BET.
No, he said the BET.
The black.
No, I'm just saying.
Like the Rolling Stones.
Anyway.
All right, I got a topic. Dallas Super Bowl is going to be there at the Dallas Stadium or Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah.
I heard that you can buy tickets to watch the game in the parking lot on the big screen.
And you want to know why?
For $200.
This is the sad part about that. They are trying so hard to equal the Rose Bowl. The two games that have sold out the most in Super Bowl history have both been at the Rose Bowls. One 80 and 194, something like that. But that just shows you how people want to be like us in LA, in the West Coast.
Who played in that Rose Bowl game in 80? Was that 79, 80?
I believe that was the Rams and the Steelers, you know.
Okay, so
that's exactly what I'm getting at.
But see, the thing is they're trying to set a record. Who the hell will sit outside and pay $200 for that experience?
You're looking at it the wrong way.
It's part of being in the essence of what's about to go down, saying I was there.
You know what the essence is? The essence is sitting on my couch, watching a big-ass TV, the toilet is right there, the food is right there.
Say it. You're not getting it. He's a businessman.
There you go.
He pulling this money, man. What part you don't understand? He got to get paid.
Hey, that stadium wasn't built for free.
No.
Somebody had to pay them motherfuckers.
Jerry Jones, you are a brilliant businessman. Get your money. Keep making money. And Dallas is a wonderful place. Great food, great atmosphere. One of the best southern cities. And you have a lot of them, like Memphis, Atlanta, you know, Charlotte.
Yeah, so
there's a lot of them. That's great. Get your money. We're proud of it.
What was it? Yesterday, the Raiders had the press conference announcing Hugh Jackson is the new coach taking over for what's my man Tom? Don't call me Curly from the Three Stooges cable.
Yeah.
And it was a weird scene where once again Al Davis, instead of singing the praises of his new hire, he spent all his time dogging out Tom Cable on the way out the door. The man who brought him to 8-8, the first time they've been 8-8, God knows how many years.
Just hit somebody.
You know, and he dogged him all the way out the door, man.
Well, this is a common practice of Mr. Davis. You know, I want to make a joke, I want to laugh about it, but I truly think it's sad.
What's up, Hitman?
And, you know, well, all you Raider fans, family members need to try to reach him, and somebody need to take it over, just like George Steinbrenner's kids took over the Yankees from him, and you know, it's just a sad thing, man. He's senility, whatever you want to call it, Alzheimer's.
It's really sad. The way he looked and the way he acted and the way he talked was sad. This is a man that is so stuck in a realm of time. In space, I don't know what the hell. He's lost. He is truly lost.
I honestly think that gangster mentality that he used to have that brought the AFL teams into the NFL is trying. He's trying to still work that side of his game, but not realizing like, yo, dog, you ain't got to disrespect these folks on their way out the door. You fired them. Yeah. You the boss. You fired them. You ain't got to be like, and on the way out, let me stick it. It's not that kind of game.
Right, but how else is an old man? You got to think he's 81.
Bitter, angry.
I don't know how
stuck
bitter
in his ways.
I just think he thinks when you go to war, this is the way you go to war.
He's not thinking.
No.
Kim Newton.
He called the man Kim Newton after they told him, what's the kid's name? His name is Cam. Kim. He said it twice.
He has an old style, kind of, not mafioso, but that old style Frank Rosenthal, kind of from the Vegas days. These guys do things a certain way. And it's a code. But shit, man, there's no loyalty anymore.
Well, I put it this way, and I think we can all relate to this. At some point, you got to take the keys away from Grandpa, or he'll drive himself to the store, and he's going to kill somebody, or possibly himself, man. And that's the case right now with the Raiders. I feel sorry for the Raiders, and usually I don't give a shit what happens to them.
Well, now, we want to say this. Speaking of the Raiders, what you think about Hugh Jackson?
Hugh Jackson, man, he's a West Coast guy.
Well, let's check that out. Can we get some info on Hugh Jackson?
On the Hugh Jack, can you give us some information?
Because he looked extremely uncomfortable in the press conference.
A former OC with Paul Hackett at USC.
I can't do it.
He's a hell of a coordinator. He's schooled in the West Coast offense, and he's schooled in Air Coryell's offense. So he likes to combine both of them.
And I think he's a graduate of Dorsey. So Dorsey High out here on the West Coast, Southern California. Okay. So there you go.
Shouts out to Hugh Jackson. Hope you, I don't wish you really a lot of good luck, but I do wish you kind of,
D-House, Dorsey Dons, all that there. Titans fired Chuck Cecil. Chuck Cecil, for y'all who don't know, he was like a hard-hitting safety.
Dirty.
He wasn't dirty. He was like
dirty.
He was like a white version of like Rodney Harrison or somebody. You know what I'm saying? But he was fired as the defense coordinator for the Titans. This comes a little bit after they let go of Vince Young and whatnot. Chuck Cecil, hope you find a new job. But speaking of Vince Young,
but with Chuck Cecil, I want to tell you.
What's up?
They were a reflection of him. Now, you just said he's dirty.
He wasn't dirty.
Now, if you look at Cortland Finnegan and like that, they were a very undisciplined bunch. Very undisciplined bunch.
I'm going to say this.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to say this.
I like Chuck Cecil. I like Chuck Cecil as a player, and he didn't bother me as a coach.
Chuck Cecil may have not pulled the reins in enough. He may have said, hey, if your style is gangster, go out there and be gangster. But I think with a cat like Finnegan comes off as a little bit of a dick on the field. Because I look at it like, you got underneath the skin of Andre Johnson.
Yeah.
Now, once you do that, if homeboy want to knuckle up because you're under his skin, it's time to knuckle up. You got to be ready to bring it because this is what you set off. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like with Hines Ward and Ed Reed.
Yeah.
Hines Ward took it to Ed Reed. Ed Reed jumped in Hines Ward's face, pointing at him. What did Hines Ward do the next play? He went right after Ed Reed again, like, what you want to do? And Ed Reed threw up his hands like, man, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. He went complaining to the ref. That's what you're supposed to do. You can't let nobody, once he's ready to knuckle up, then try and play like, oh, it's like that. And Chuck Cecil should have maybe reined that in and told him, son, if you're going to be the bad guy and don't take no...
Okay. But this is the point I want to hit on.
There you go.
Do you think he was caught off guard, or you think he's just saying that to be saying that? Yes.
I think he may have been caught off guard. I don't. But
do you think it's right that Fisher fired him?
Yes.
Yeah, it was right because Fisher knows that owner did not want to let go of Vince Young, but at the behest of everyone around him, they was like, let go of Vince Young and not Fisher. But I know now Fisher's knowing, hey man, I can't have nothing else fall on my shoulders that I can't take accountability for.
Okay.
You ain't gonna rein in them young dudes on defense. Man, I can't take the blame for you.
I understand why, but I don't think it's right that he fired Chuck Cecil. I think he tried to save his own ass.
Well, he got to now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vince Young saves his ass 2 years in a row.
Okay, well, Vince Young recently. We're going to talk about Vince Young. Y'all want to talk about Vince Young?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the former Texas star, University of Texas star, Vince Young. Vince Young recently was interviewed. I won't mention no names, no stations, no nothing, but Vince Young, this was what he had to say. The question was asked to Vince Young, would you accept being a backup quarterback on another team?
And his response?
And he scoffed at it, like, for real?
That's beneath him.
Yeah, like it was beneath him. He didn't actually say no,
Yes.
but his body language and the way he scoffed at it made it seem like, you must be crazy.
And see that.
So what do you think? Do you think that he should have a different attitude towards this?
Yeah, my man ain't knowing, and he not understanding that shit right there. You ain't on the chop shop with like, hey, 1,200 people gonna see you and that's it.
I beg to differ. I think we have fans all across the land and overseas.
We ain't gonna get into that because I agree too. But when you on a major media program and you play the shit like, hell no, ain't nobody back up. You know, it's gonna be a lot of GMs and coaches that look at that and go, oh no, I can't fuck with this.
Because you send off the wrong
I can't
signals,
fuck with him.
and you come off the wrong way.
In parting in the conversation, Vince Young kind of backpedaled a little bit and said, he kind of backed up off his statement and was like, well, it comes down to a coach's decision anyway. So, they make the final decision anyway. And I think that was a shot towards Fisher.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey man, I wish it.
I got the exact quote right here. Asked if he could work as backup, Young laughed. I'm going to go into the organization, the team, and compete. That's all I can do, and let them make their own decision after that. Young said, definitely I am a starting quarterback, an elite quarterback in the NFL. I want to go ahead and start, but like it always is, the coaches have the last word.